Good day, everyone. Before I start my report, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mary Jane Duan, and I assigned to report about design for add to cart. So let's start the discussion. How do you design a shopping cart database for e-commerce? An e-commerce shopping cart serves as a virtual cart that allows customer to add and hold the items until they complete the purchase. So, ang e-commerce shopping cart di ay kay mag-allow sila sa ilahang customer nga mo'y muhold sa items until nga ilahang makomplete ang ilahang pag-purchase ana nga items. Usasad, they also accept the payments of customers and organizes and distributes all order information to the merchant, customer, and other relevant parties. So, this process requires a database to store and retrieve the relevant data while supporting the functionality of shopping cart. So, a shopping cart database will contain all the critical information about products, orders, and customers, and allow customers to perform real-time changes reflected in their shopping seasons. The database can have immutable structure or a separate table to store all the order data. So, kung moingon tag immutable structures, mo ni siya gitawag na kena the centralized database system where the information is stored in a way that its integrity can be cryptographically verified. So, every data will change if the data is tracked. Kung matrack ang data, kay ma-change siya. Muna immutable. And the complete history of changes are maintained so that the integrity of the database can be verified over time. So, ang immutable structure di ay kay if ang imuhang data matrack, mausab. Pero, ang katong history nga imuhang giusab kay naagyapon siya para mo maintain ang iyahang integrity sa imuhang database. So, the note is the purpose of this post is to present consideration for designing a shopping cart database. So, designing the database. A shopping cart database should be highly available, fault-tolerant, and highly responsive to provide customers with a smooth shopping experience 24/7. So, nay ka nang kung mo design ta og shopping cart database, nay tulo ka main components nga gi-divide siya og katulo. So, para ang imo for better categorization and understanding of the underlying data structure. So, ang first mo ni siya ang static data. Then ang second is season data and the last is the process data. So, static data, this component will include somewhat static data that the customer needs only to retrieve while interacting with the shopping cart. The data is stored in the following types of tables. So, kung moingon static data, mo ni siya nga kanang ang hard copy kay dili na siya mausab. Pero ang diri sa shopping cart kanang mausab siya, the customer can retrieve the shopping cart while mo interact ngadto sa shopping cart, ilahang mausab, ilang ma-retrieve ang ilahang na sila problema ma-retrieve to nila pero mo interact sila sa kanang kumbaga mo interact sila ngadto sa kanang tawag na sa shopping cart mo retrieve sila ngadto. So, mo ni siya gikuan nga product table, discount table, user table. Kung mayon tang product table, mao ni siya katong kanang ang sud ana mao na siya pangan sa imuhang product brand sa imong product o category sa imong product, model o year and list price. Then kung may tag discount table, mo ni siya technique for using the compare costs and the benefits that occur in different time periods. Then ang user table, mo ni siya gitawag na kanang user table kay nag-describe siya sa relational tables owned by the current user. So season data. So this is the most important component of the shopping cart database where all the live interaction or the season data are stored when the client is interacting with the shopping cart. So kani siya ang season data kay kanang so walay kanang kumbaga ika 30 minutes iguman sa 30 minutes kay ang imuhang season is ang imuhang card information kay kumbaga ma-expire gani siya 30 minutes sa 30 minutes at most ma-expired na ang imuhang season or the dili na ka maka-retrieve sa imuhang card information after the season is expired ika 30 minutes at most dili na ka maka-retrieve sa imuhang cart information. So mo ni shopping season table o cart item table. Kuning process data. Once the customer completes a transaction, we need to permanently store the order information. By moving the season data into permanent storage, additional, we need to store the payment data. So, kung mo yung process data, mo ni siya gitawag nga information, di ba? Information ang kuan sa process data. Then, para mo permanent siya mo store ang imuhang information, kana ilang i-move nga do sa season data nimo into permanent stored. Then, kuan sad ilasang gi-additional nga ang imuhang payment details kay ilang i-stored ngadto. The mo ni siya order details table, order items table, payment details table. Mo ni siya isod sa kanang kuan mga details nimo, payment details, order details table, order item tables o payment details table. So mo ni siya table relationships in database. The following diagram demonstrates the relationship within the above mentioned table inside the database using a simple field set. The fields in the tables may depend on the requirements of the specific e-commerce platform and can range from a simple to complex list of fields. So nasa dire, di siya maklaro dire ako na lang kung anong dire sa akong gi-download. Dara. Kani siya dire payment details ni dire payment details ang gitawag kay ID, ang dire kay ID, order ID, amount, provider, status, created at, modified at. Din kaning ID mo ni gi kuan dire nga ent. Ang order ID ent, amount ent. So kan ang provider kay variable char. Ang var char kay mo ni gitawag variable character. Ang status variable character again, then ang created as timestamp. Timestamp. Kung may tag timestamp kay mo ni siya gitawag nga a sequence of character or encoded information identifying when a certain event occurred, usually giving date and time of day, sometimes accurate to a small fraction of a second. Muna yung gitawag nga timestamp. Then, ang kuansad, ang modified it, kay gitawag ko siya timestamp. Kumura-murag mo kuan siya og date and time. Dere kay order items ni dere. Kani order details, kani user ni dere. Dere shopping season, then dere discount, product, cart item. Then, ang so dere sa order items kay ID, order ID, product ID, created at modified at. Same gihapon dre. Same gihapon sa mga kani dre, kani same sila. O kaning payment details, ordered items, order details, o shopping season. Mo'y same nga sud mo na mo tong ID, order ID, amount, provider, status, order, created at modified at. Ya kana diring user ang sud dire kay ID, username, password, first name, last name, address, telephone, created at, modified at ang sud sa user. Then sa discount ang gisud kay ID, name, desk, discount, percent, created at, modified at. Kaning desk i-discuss ra ko siya next nga kuan sa katong program. Di katong ang product kay ID, name, desk, SKU, category, price, discount, ID, created at, modified out. Then ang cart item kay ID, season ID, product ID, quantity, created at, modified at. Ang so diri kani diring cart item. So mo ni siya diri. So, when designing the database, we need to have a good balance between simplicity and covering the required functionality. Let's dig a bit deeper into the structure of the shopping cart database. So, it's a static data component. In a shopping cart, tables like product and discount are only required to reference the product, inventory, and pricing details. They will only get select queries when a customer adds an item to the shopping cart. The only time the product table gets updated is when a purchase is completed and needs to update the inventory of the products. So diri mo ni siya gitawag nga update statement. Kani din the only time. So update about na nga ang kaning statement is about updated statement. So regular updates for the tables are made by the administrators of the e-commerce platform and should be a part of the product information management, or shall we say PIM system. So the user table is only needed in the shopping cart to link the orders and seasons with the registered users. This allows the e-commerce platform to map the orders with the relevant users. The user details table is updated only when a new user is created or when a user updates their details. This functionality is out of the scope of the shopping cart. Within the shopping cart, we only map the order or the season with the user. Since we only retrieve the data and limit right queries to update inventory, the product table is considered a static data component in the shopping cart. Here is an example of a product table. So, dra. Example sa product table. So, kani siya, create table shopping cart. Then, product. Then, ID. Di ba ang katong sa kuan kanang toy ID. Then, and kani siya 10 is variable. Gitawag siya variable, not null, auto increment. So, name. Di ba ang gikuan na to kay ID, name, o desk. Kaning desk, gitawag ni siya og kaning desk, gitawag ni siya og kaning desk, gikuan ni siya og ang kaning D, mo ni siya describe, ang E, express, kaning S, specify, then ang C, consequences. So mo siya describe, express, specify, and consequences. Then kaning text not null. Then ang SKU, gitawag ni siya, the SKU stand for stock keeping unit. So kaning stock keeping unit. So kaning varchar, gitawag siya variable character. Ang variable is 50, not null. Category sa imuhang product. So var car, ang variable is 50, not null. Then price sa imong product, decimal, the variable is 16, not null. So discount ID. So discount ID nimo is ent. So variable is 15, default 0. So created at timestamp. Ang timestamps, like what I said, timestamp, the timestamp is a sequence of characters or encoded information identifying when a certain event occurred, usually giving date and time of a day, sometimes accurate to a small fraction of a second. So date and time of a day. So giving a date and time usually ang timestamp. So kani modified at, then timestamp. Ang modified at, muna siya, ang modified at, muna siya, ang, kumbaga, ang imuhang table kay, ang imuhang table ma-change, ang information kay ma-change gani, muna ang modified at. Then, kaning timestamp is giving the date and time. Then, prod index ID using BTREA. Then SQ, the stock keeping unit, then index ID, stock keeping unit using BTREA. Then primary key ID, constraint, FK Pro discount, then foreign key discount ID, references, shopping cart discount ID, then on delete set null, on update set null. So, then kaning engine equals INNOB. Ang kani siya, gikuha ni si I. Ang function ani niya, kay to general, the purpose storage engine that balance high reliability and high performance. Ang function ani niya. So, that's all, and thank you.